Hello, welcome. I'm Helen. Thank you very much for watching, for joining, whenever you may be viewing this. I have kind of created a weekly schedule for myself. I think in light of what I'm actually better off being structured. I don't know about you, but for me, definitely an element of structure helps me keep a sense of balance. First of all, the only thing that I to say, because I don't really know, I have an idea, is that I actually have a business. It's called Authentic Discovery. I'm a creative arts therapist. I hold a master's in drama therapy. And I also do weekly things. On a weekly basis, on a Tuesday, I offer distance Reiki. So if anyone wants distance Reiki or they know anybody that they would like Reiki to go to, please go to my website, authenticdiscovery.co.uk, and send me the details on an email. That's on a Tuesday. On a Wednesday, I'm going to do this, the Speak Your Truth, my midweek musings. Thursday is my mindfulness and meditation session. This week, it's actually really focused on healing the world and sending out love and creating an energy so that we can create something new out of this that's occurring at the moment. That's happening at 7 o'clock. Again, on my website, under more, you can find further information. On a Sunday, Speak Your Truth Conversations, where I'm very fortunate and blessed to know lots of interesting people, and I'm hoping to meet people that I don't know as well and have conversations with them and allow that space. There's more information on that, and I'll probably talk more about that anyway. Intermittently, I do blog posts on WordPress, and I also do live storytelling on my Facebook page. So I love myth and legend and things like that, and they speak to us in a very different way. But I just love a story, and I like to hear a story, and I like to tell a story. Um, Also, daily social media posts, Instagram, and all of that. But on my website, you can find links to all of me. All of me, why not take all of me? Anyway, sorry about that. So that's what I just want to put that out there. That actually, I offer therapy, coaching, mentoring, Reiki. I offer a lot of things. I used to say that I was master of all trades and jack of none. That's not true. I'm going to blow my own trumpet here and say that I'm well accomplished in many things. I'm going to own that and own my power. So anyway, my midweek musing. I haven't been sleeping well, and I don't like that at all. Last night I was awake, and my husband woke and said, "Why are you awake?" And I said, "Worry, fear." Which doesn't sit well with me. It actually gets me quite angry that I'm worried and feared. And he was like, "For what?" And I said, "The world." Um, I'm frightened that and concerned that the world after this lockdown will return to normal. I'm frightened and concerned that it will change. So there's a generalized fear about what is going to happen. I'm aware this week, honestly, I can't get over the amount of stuff, input that has come my way, and I presume we're all the same. I have seen the police on certain streets in cities literally beating and kicking anyone that's over 50. Someone said that was from Spain. I don't think it was, because there was a lot of people on the streets, and most of the West is definitely on lockdown. And they weren't speaking Spanish. I have seen videos of the Pope telling us the truth of the Roman Catholic Church and the secrets that they keep. Again, I asked someone, it was subtitled, so I asked someone who spoke Italian, what's he actually saying? And he wasn't saying any of that, but the subtitles did infer a truth that I happen to believe, that the Catholic Church does hold lots of secrets, and they have been misleading their flock. So while we have been on lockdown, I know that in the streets of my hometown, 5G towers have gone up. I don't know about other towns. I don't know this. I know that I've seen videos of 5G towers. Now, my concern with 5G towers is that there hasn't been enough research into it, and they don't have our permission to do it either, as a people, as a collective. The 5G towers, I believe, from the research that I've been able to do, and I'll get on to even how trying to do research I've found difficult, is that they emit radiation on a frequency that is carcinogenic, headaches. There's lots of health issues for us humans. One of the videos that I actually saw, there was a tree that was dead on one side, the side that the 5G what they called not receiver, or whatever the antenna was, transmitter was, that it was dead that side and not the other side. I have seen this week so much fear and joy as well, and positive things coming my way. And I don't watch the news. I'm a person that doesn't like to watch the news because I choose not to be fed fear. So to have all of this flying into me has now resulted in my not sleeping very well. I'm a mindfulness practitioner, so I practice things, and I know that I will get back to sleep, and I did, and I'll be fine. But I'm a person that actively tries to emanate love, that actively tries to maintain, because life is an action. Even if you choose to do nothing, it's a choice that you're choosing to do nothing. But so you're acting, you're doing something. Life is an ongoing action, a collection. Oops, sorry, my apologies. I'm just gonna. That's my daughter actually. So she doesn't know that I'm actually doing a live feed right now on YouTube. So I'm gonna let her know that. So I usually do turn my phone onto do not disturb, so my apologies for that. But this is life, it's an action, this is what's going on. So I still can feel the fear here, I can feel it in my stomach, I can feel it rising. And during the day, I intend to do the things that work for me, to meditate and pray, to cleanse my home and my own auric field, to rebalance my chakras. I'm going to have a salt bath. I'm going to that this world is attaching to me, so that I can, to the best of my ability, emanate that love. I am a conspiracy theorist. I'm not even going to deny that. I do not believe that governments act in our best interests. I wrote a blog post this week. I've done loads of social media posting, and you can see, you can kind of catch a little bit of my. I'm hoping you don't catch my fears. I'm hoping you catch my concerns and some of my realizations. This world that is happening, I mean, while we are on lockdown, our governments, which are democratically elected, don't believe that either. Democracy is an illusion. I think I've said before, we live in a time of illusion, and democracy is one of those. And our, or I've written it anyway, our governments at this time, I think there's a greater agenda at play here. And for those of us that want a new reality, now I want a peaceful revolution. I absolutely want a peaceful revolution. I have worked in an industry where I saw the effects of war. And I do not want that. I do not want us to achieve the world that we want, which is a world free of war, that lives on respect, by doing it the way that they got what they got. However, the reality is that we are expendable. I believe that there is a cull happening right now. They have decided to allow our people that are ill, people that are old with pre-existing conditions, to fall by the wayside. The social care bill to countries is huge, and they can't afford it, even though these people have probably worked and paid all of their lives. So that's kind of, that's my belief, that there is a cull happening of humanity. There is agendas at play. So how do we, who want me, then not even me, I'm not alone though. So how do we create a world of harmony, a world of respect, where I do not agree with how you choose to live your life. However, I respect your right to live your life that way. I do not agree, or I do not hold the views that you have, because my agreement is neither asked for or wanted, as is your agreement on the way that I choose to live my life, as long as all us consenting adults are just that, consenting adults. Do whatever your mojo tells you to do. Obviously, and our governments are here. There, we pay taxes and we pay the governments to keep us to do the things to in order us to be able to move forward and to keep lights on our streets and health services and the services that we need as a collective to move together. And we pay taxes for those things, but our taxes aren't going towards the things that actually work for us anymore. I just don't believe. I mean, most of us don't believe our politicians. Most of us don't believe the diatribe that comes out of their mouths. So how do we achieve this peaceful revolution when they are prepared to kill us? And trust me, they are prepared to kill us. They are prepared to defame us. They use a multitude of things. Our freedoms have been eroded to the point of for our safety, of course, as my husband keeps going around chanting, for the greater good. All of this has been prophesied and told about, whether you believe it's biblical prophecy, whether you believe it's Nostradamus, whether you believe it's George Orwell and 1984 Big Brother stuff. It's just all we've been told. We've constantly been told and given the information that we are eventually going to end up how Hollywood has portrayed some of these things, which is not some gated communities. Elysium, I think, is one film where they live on a different planet and we're all down like rats scurrying around underneath, trying to heal ourselves and trying to be healthy and trying to get food and the elite few that have the money to go to these places. Gated communities where we can't get in. I'm really not one of the elite few. I am an elite few in my world. I am the centre of my own universe. I'm going to own that, because we are all centres of our own universe, because it emanates around us, and any point is the centre of the universe. So how do we achieve these gated communities? That's where I was. Yes, jails. We all live in a jail of sorts. We all live in a confinement of our reality. But how do we create a collective reality? And that's one of the things that has come through to me, is that I am getting caught up in the how do we do it. It's not that it's not possible. We can live exactly the way we're living, with all of our amenities and all of the wonderful things that man has created. And we are amazing. We are amazing when we're ready. We can live like that, but in harmony, not hurting the planet, not hurting each other, sharing. We each have something wonderful to share, rather than looking down on each other. I'm not better than anybody else. I'm different to everybody else, as everybody else is different to me. That doesn't make me better. That doesn't make me worse. That's why when I talk about those who are in perceived power, because ultimately they have no power on how I am and how I respond, that's mine. So my musings, I can feel my fear dissipating actually as I reconnect with the power as I'm talking to you. So, apparently I'm unconnected. I'm not sure whether I'm still silent or not. So I think I just got lost a little. So yeah, I can feel myself reconnecting, that fear dissipating as I speak, because I'm voicing this. This is the whole thing about Speak Your Truth, and this is why I want people to come to me and say, I want to talk about what I believe. I want to talk about what my truth is, because when we get the opportunity to hear ourselves, we can also go, is that what I really believe? Okay, because our thoughts ruminate around in our head, and we may then end up connected to people who are not, who aren't into harmony and love and peace, but are into other things, and we can be swayed. I've said before, as a collective, we're easily swayed, but individually, we're not so. So my midweek musings are: how are you guys all getting on in this continuous barrage of misinformation, conflicting information, and fear, which is what we are being fed? There's a lot of people out there, myself included, giving tips and being open to support and to create a different kind of energy that is positive and beautiful. And even some of the people that are creating those positive and beautiful energies, I'm looking thinking, you're not for me. And that's the thing. Not everybody is for everybody, and that is totally fine. Let us respect that. And to live the life, the world, to live the way that we want the world to be. I mean, I know I'm not the best at respecting Mother Earth. I have plastic things. I'm amazed when I go shopping at how much waste I generate, even though I try not to generate any, because of packaging and all sorts of just nonsense that just destroys. It's like a Chinese water torture. This drip, 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 drip of nonsense, of rubbish, of fear, of tiny little erosions of our freedoms being taken bit by bit. This becomes annoying, doesn't it? Yeah. So, but that's what they used to do, isn't it? The Chinese water torture. But our freedoms have become almost non-existent for our betterment. Is non-compliance, the non-compliance that Gandhi used, a way forward? How do we actually achieve this new reality that is wholesome, holistic, and communal for the planet? How do we actually achieve that? Because those that are in power and see us as expendable have no issue with killing us, with torturing us, with doing all sorts of heinous things. Honestly, the evidence is out there. How do we, and are we a big enough number? I do believe in the power of one. Gandhi, Mandela, Christ. There are so many examples, and those are the three that I usually choose to go to, of how one person can make a difference. And I think it was Bishop Desmond Tutu, because I used to get ridiculed because I don't buy Nestle. I don't get petrol from Shell. I don't bank with Barclays, purely because those, for me, two of them were just had a lot to do with apartheid in South Africa. And Nestle, oh gosh, what an awful company. Oh, good Lord, awful. And they own so much of the world's food now, and seeds. I know that this is like a diatribe as well, because there's just all sorts of things coming into my midweek musing. Seeds, seedless fruits, and growing things. It's becoming so hard to not participate in the systems and structures that are in place. There is talk, again, some of the other stuff that I've heard this week. Mr. Gates himself is the vaccine man, and he wants everybody chipped. Now that's, to me, that's almost biblical prophecy on the mark of the beast stuff, because we won't be able to travel, we won't be able to trade, we won't be able to purchase things unless we are proven to be healthy, because we've got the chip, we've had the vaccine, we've had whatever. I've long believed that they're killing us through our food, which is of no nutritional value. So we're eating crap and we're growing to the size of whales. So these are my midweek musings this week. I'm going to stop because I really do think I'm just going blah, blah, blah. What I will always encourage you to do is to seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and the kingdom of heaven is within. Now those are biblical scriptures, but it is true across the board. Know thyself, be in alignment with yourself, discern the truth, take time to find out who you are, what you do, and what you believe. Take time to get to know you. Once you know you, and this is where the work that I do comes into play as a therapist and a coach, it is about healing past hurts and traumas and moving forward into a future that's been created for you, without familial and societal expectations of what you should be or how you should be, but you following your passion, following your alignment and guidance. Because I believe that if we, as each individual, do that, and we heal ourselves, and healing is an ongoing process. I am a life in progress, because hurt people, and if we have past hurts, if we have traumas that we found difficult and we're hurting, we then emanate that out. So let us alleviate that, become aware of that, get to know you. Seriously, use this opportunity that we've been given. If you are someone that is in the depths of depression right now, you have my heart, and I am here for you if you wish to have my support, because it's difficult to see anything. It's difficult because when you're in depression, you don't see yourself in your truth. You see yourself through a very dark mask. It's all shadowed. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I was saying about the shadow side and the other side, the light side, and this dark and light, and how we've polarized the two. There is no polarization. They are all part of one. I am dark, I am light, I am all. And within that, anything is possible within me and within you. Anything is possible. So get to know you and embrace your shadow. It's nothing to be frightened of. And if when you go to yourself because of your past hurts and traumas, you find that you do things that are not beneficial to others or yourself, really, that you have some deep leanings towards hurt and harm of others, and you may not even see it as hurt and harm to others. Seek help. There's more to you than that. There's more to all of us than that. No matter how hurt, no matter how traumatized, there is more to us. There are many examples of people who have overcome great adversity. Bob Marley is one of my mentors. I don't know how else to say it. He has been a light and a salvation to me in times of darkness. He has guided my path. And he has a line, every man thinks that his burden is the heaviest. Who feels it knows it. How true. How very, very true. But you do not have to share your burden alone. There is help out there. So I'm going to stop because I've just looked at the time and it's going on and on and on and on and on. So, blessings. Be mindful. Be careful. Be grateful. Oh my gosh, again, I can't express how much gratitude. Change is a game changer. And be kind to you and let it emanate out. Be kind to others. Let us live a harmonious life, respecting differences, offering love and support where we can. Share your smile. It can save a life, honestly. Connect with another human. We can't touch each other right now, but we can touch each other in ways that we have not touched each other in ways before. I said the other day about how we can't look at each other, but we can smile at each other until we're able to take in our beauty and our all of us. So with that, this is my midweek musing this Wednesday. On Sunday, really hope you enjoyed the conversation with David and the conversation with Michael the week before. On Sunday, I'm talking to Natty Marie, a powerhouse of a young woman. She's on a mission right now to change the midwifery processes in Ireland, because although that's not what we're talking about, this is something that's happened just this week because they're denying birthing partners at a woman's most vulnerable. I'm very fortunate that I had all 4 of my children at home. So grateful for that. But so it's with Natty Marie, but she's on a mission to change the world and for people to really reclaim themselves, women to heal the mother wound. So check that out on Sunday. Comes out on Sunday at 9 o'clock in the morning. Most of the things that I do don't necessarily have a time. The midweek mindfulness, the midweek musings will happen on a Wednesday. That's all I know. Tuesday, the distance Reiki. It will happen on a Tuesday. Thursday's mindfulness and meditation is definitely at 7 o'clock in the evening, UK and Ireland time. So, and the daily social media posts just go out. But yeah, this is part of my creating structure. I wish you well. I send you love. Honestly, live, get to know you, know thyself. There is a story I heard. What is it? I think it's Greek mythology. Oh no, it might not be. I can't remember where it comes from, and I'm terrible for that. But anyway, it's about a mountain, and you climb this mountain looking for the oracle, the knower of all things. So it's hardship because I've climbed a couple of little mini mountains, but I've never climbed a huge one, and they are challenges. So you have to overcome all of these challenges as you climb this mountain, and then when you get to the top of the mountain, know thyself. Peace, love, blessings.